Alright, greetings Panadians, and welcome to the first patch notes breakdown for MapleStory Classic. And before I get started, please take note that this is going to be for the closed online test for MapleStory Classic that is not officially releasing. So there's going to be a lot of things from this patch to the actual live patch that are going to be drastically different. And, oh yeah, by the way, this is going to be a new format that I'm trying to implement, since a lot of people complained about it in the past, which I will acknowledge and admit I've been doing a sloppy job. So I've been importing the entire patch notes webpage as a PDF, and I've marked down some notes. Well, more so some like highlighted indicators that I need to pay attention to. So if you guys like this, please let me know, and I will try and do this as best as I can for the future ones. But before we get started as well, again, one thing I'd like to cover before I forget to mention it, if I do forget to mention it, there's going to be something mentioned in the actual patch notes called leaf points. Leaf points are not maple points. They're essentially just a test NX currency that you're going to be given and that you can earn in-game on the Classic test server in order to test purchase items in the cash shop. So anything you purchase will be deleted, and you'll be unable to use any of your NX prepaid from your actual Nexon account in this test server, so don't try. And the first bit of information let's cover is going to be the fact that it's going to start officially at April 16th of 2026 and ending on April 24th of 2026. 6 p.m. UTC? That is weird. Is that plus 18? That's minus 6 for me, I think. Oh well, that's going to be an interesting time zone conversion. But obviously the early access is going to be noted down below, which is going to be for that one, skipping all the nonsensical stuff. Another big thing that I will highly recommend that everyone do is simply doing what a lot of people were talking about for the test server back in the past, not for Classic of course, but just test servers in general. If you find a bug, please go to the actual patch notes website and actually click the bug reports channel on the Discord closed online channel and actually report bugs. More bugs that we report, the better that they'll be able to do their job. I hope. So, remember to do your part if you find a bug. And there's going to be a video there, I'm not going to watch it. Let's see, some key details that we're going to cover is the fact that you will only be able to do 3 characters that can be created on your account. I'm going to assume it's not 3 created in general, but that you can create it, delete it, and do whichever you want. Honestly, I highly recommend that everyone keep 1 primary and mess around with the 2 other characters to see how you feel about the other ones before the live server for Classic comes out. Mostly because there's a lot of stuff that they changed. We already saw at MapleCon 2025, where they showcased, I think it was Fire Poison Mage, where it had different skill parameters, where the Fire Arrow was no longer a focus fire skill, but a multi-hit skill. I may be remembering that wrong. Anywho, onto the maps. There's going to be only 2 maps available for us to explore, which is going to be Maple Island and Victoria Island. And my god, those are some old graphics. That looks like MS Paint. That's a creepy sun. Was that always there? I think it actually was. And as for classes, you got the first job advancement will be available when you reach level 10, and there are 4 jobs that you can choose from. So unfortunately, pirates did not make the cut. And man, I remember these characters from back when I was reading the manga. I wonder if that still exists out there. I could probably find it. Let's see. And as for second job, it's of course available at level 30, and maybe difficult to reach during the closed online test. Oh. You underestimate my level of unemployment, Nexon. Somebody please hire me. Let's see, but if you reach it, please share it with us. Oh! Maybe they do a little bit of a community event that they've done for MapleStory before? Who knows? Doesn't love bragging rights. Ooh, do you think Nexon's going to give us specific Discord roles like they've done in the past? That'd be pretty cool. And some things that I like to highlight as well that I'm loving, and I was hoping that that person who data mined the files was not lying. There's a new crafting system. This is something I'm looking forward to because it, like, to those who remember back when Dragon Nest came out that was owned by Nexon before they sold it off, their crafting system was fun. I'm hoping this is exactly, if not better. Yeah, they'll be available from level 10, so everybody who plays Classic server for the test server should be able to get into it. As for the party quests, unfortunately, there's only 1 party quest at the moment, and it's also available only in Channel 1. But Nexon actually did a big brain thing for once. We can do simultaneous runs per channel now. No more /find. And I'm actually glad they removed that thing in the past because too many people were harassing each other with that thing back in the past. Let's see. And on April 21st, 2026, which is 3 days, or technically 4 if you mess with the time, there will be a maintenance which will open additional content. I don't know if they're talking about party quests or just stuff in general, but I'm hoping it's both stuff of category of that stuff that are going to be available. And another very important thing is this note right here. The closed online test takes place on a test environment, and any progress, items, and cash-out purchases made during the closed online test period will not carry over to the official launch of the Classic World. So, if you are trying to make gear, trying to do stuff like that, don't worry about spending your resources. I'm going to try and see if I can actually find optimal things for people to do, discover things that we need to discover. But more than likely, this is going to be a community collaborative effort. So if anyone actually wants to list anything that they've noticed or discovered, please go ahead and put them down in the comments, and I will do my best to consolidate them. And when the live server comes up, I'm going to try and make a document as best as I can for a document and categorize things as best as I can. And Nexon actually did some events for the closed online test. There's going to be 3 total: Gift for the New Journey, Sign of the Unknown, and Gathering Leaves. And Cash Up is just Cash Up. Alright, for Gift for the New Journey, it starts obviously during the closed test, so I'm not going to really bother covering the expiration date because they're all going to be the same. Once you actually get in here, you got to just accept the quest called Event Gift for the New Journey. It's essentially, once you're actually in there, you'll be able to get these specific rewards, which is 1,000 leaf points times 5, so that's going to be 5,000 total. Once again, this is the currency that's going to be used for the closed online test server, so spend them while you can because they're not going to be retained. Everything gets deleted at the end before the live launch. You got a store permit. My god, that's a blast one of has. Well, that's going to go great. Super Mega... That's going to go even greater. And I love how they're giving us 30 red and blue potions for free. Makes me a little bit of a wondering. Is potions going to be a problem like it was back in the past when I used to play this thing? I'm hoping it's not. Alright, Sign of the Unknown, which is the next quest, event quest, are going to be a 2-pronged release. The first one's going to be available once the closed beta, early access closed beta is available, and once more after the maintenance. It's going to be 2 sets of rewards. One is going to be the label ring, which is just your name tag at the bottom of your name, and the other one's going to be a chat ring. And they're pretty easy to get. The first one, get to level 10. Should be like less than an hour. Level 15, maybe another hour. And an important thing to note, accounts that complete this specific event and the other one, the second part one, will be able to claim the same rewards again on the official launch of the Classic World. So, this is your primary and probably your only sole focus that you should be going after if you're going to be taking the Classic server live content a little bit serious, because, let's be honest, that's actually not that bad looking. So once you do level 10 and level 15, you can claim the rewards. This will be deleted, but on the live launch, as the note says, you'll get a brand new one, and they'll be permanent. And on April 21st, a brand new area called Forgotten Hollow that they showcased earlier during MapleCon 2025 will be unlocked. And they just want feedback, so pretty much that one. Yeah, once we complete the quest, which is to reach level 15, complete the quest by talking to Manji, and we just get more test cash out currency to mess with. I wonder what kind of items they actually are. Gathering of leaves, and speaking of leaf points, this essentially just tells you to kill mobs within your level and collect one of each letter, and then trade them to the Maple admin in Genesis to receive the daily reward. As it says, there's actually a daily. You can do this on dailies. And, oh yeah, before anyone actually mentions it, I'm not going to have a data timestamp on the bottom left because this is so self-explanatory, and they're actually labeling expiration dates. I am not going to bother highlighting these anymore because Nexon actually doing good for once. But as I said, this is dailies. You get 1,000 per day, so you can mess with catch-up if you really want to do so. I'm actually glad Nexon is actually bringing this stuff back. It is a lot of nostalgia. We do get a free pet, right? Oh boy. And as for the cash shop, this is where you spend the leaf points. As you can see right here, I highlighted. Right there. And again, Nexon from your existing account cannot be used during the test period because I'm pretty sure Nexon doesn't want to deal with the people saying that, oh, my items that I used my NX on got deleted. I'm pretty sure that's one of the reasons they don't want to deal with that. And the gifting feature will be restricted, for obvious reasons. And all cash out purchases will be deleted from your account when the closed online test ends, as I said. And interestingly enough, they made every item only cost 100 points. So you can buy a lot of stuff, since you get like 5 sets of 1,000 at the start one, dailies you get 1 out of 1,000, and the other quest gives you like 3 1,000s. There's a lot. A good amount of them is going to be cosmetics, but actually there's going to be a lot of items as well. They didn't even show us any of the items, so I'm kind of curious to see what they're going to be. And another blast from the past, classic GM events. Although there's only going to be one type, which is literally just the Hennessy's Pet Park. There's going to be 2 sessions of it. Yeah, it's not that bad. Take us further to take the jump within 15 minutes. We're set to a default. Oh, wait, they don't let us rebind it? Oh, I guess the keybinding's going to be weird. Well, but once you complete the jump quest, you'll be given a Scroll of Secrets reward. Kind of curious to see what this is. I didn't see anything specify what they exactly are, but I'm going to assume item enhancement. But yeah. And another specific GM event is them spawning bosses in towns. Look at this. GMs are causing chaos in towns and are summoning monsters across the map with the power of the friendship. Sure. Join other Maplers to defeat monsters for a chance to collect rewards. Death penalties do not apply while in the town. Oh my god, death penalty? Do we lose EXP on death? Oh my god. Please don't tell me they brought that back. Oh boy. Alright, but the following boss is going to drop the following things. Chaos. Oh no. I said chaos. Yeah, Chaos Mana is going to drop Messels, Trophy, and a bunch of potions. Pretty much everyone does the same. You think these are actually going to be worth something at that point? I don't even think they're going to be usable. But other than that, that's actually all there is for this patch. There's actually quite not a lot of things to cover for this one, but thankfully it's going to be quite simple. But other than that, guys, if there's anything that I didn't cover or anything that's been updated, once again, always be sure to check either the description, the comments of this video, or always double check the official MapleStory website for anything and anything that they ever actually update pre, post, or after they update the release of the server. And not to mention, if you guys actually like this format, where I actually highlight things and I'm a little bit more to the point, even though this is already 12 minutes long, please let me know down in the comments. If not, I will do my best to reformat this again to see if I can actually make this better. And other than that, I got nothing else to cover. So, with that being said, if you have any questions, please let me know down in the comments. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching. Later.